But I was so excited to get this Ocarina of Time. This made my life when I was a kid. And to discuss why I even have this in my hand was because we're talking about another one of my favorite action adventure games of all time, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Ooh, everything was hot.
Stop. Hey.
Majora's Mask was way better.
I have legitimate reasons why I like Ocarina of Time and put it in my top 10 of action adventure games. And if you stay tuned and hit that beautiful subscribe button, I will let you know. So this is the Devout Joystick, where it's joystick for life, and we're gonna get into it. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time came out when I was a wee tyke. I'd never played the Legend of Zelda games prior to. The first console that I received and that I got with my own borrowed, lended, given to money by my grandmother was the Nintendo 64. And guess what game was on it first? Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm not gonna give you no Metacritic reviews. I'm not gonna give you no theories of whatever somebody else said that is hanging on to Nintendo of America's gall. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time did it for me in what I thought was a well-crafted game. When I played it, it took me years to beat it. Years, because partially I was a little baby. So when I played Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time the very first time, I resonated with Link a lot. And that's probably why I got scared of that game so much, because when he got hit, I jumped back. When a monster showed up in his way and grabbed him and he started screaming, I screamed. I beat the whole Lord Jabu Jabu's belly, which was full of electrified jellyfish and all these obstacles under my covers. Yes, under my covers. To this day, I'm still scared of jellyfish. I still am scared of the big spiders that jump down. I have not beat Master Quest on the 3DS, nor did I beat it when it came out on the GameCube in that little bundle. I didn't do it. I played Majora's Mask. I had to weave through the two Scatulas to get through the forest temple with the Deku flowers, and he's just flying through like this, like, I was afraid I was gonna get smacked and knocked off, which were equally scary black bows that were down in the ground. So, okay, I'll make another video on my top 10 worst feared Legend of Zelda enemies that prohibit me from enjoying a thoroughly good Zelda game. Because granted, Legend of Zelda games are by far some of my favorite games, but yet there's always something in there that would freak me out. Hence why jump scares in video games are some of my worst areas to play. And I'm glad that normally when I get the jump scares, I'm not recording or nobody's really watching me, so I don't have to really explain my fear. But anyway, so the whole aspect of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where you're going through, and as simple as it is, now you're going through and you're going to save the entire kingdom from impending doom by Ganondorf, which is the only Gerudo, and he is a reincarnation of Demise. I didn't even know that until a few years ago. So when Link gets the Master Sword and turns into a He-Man-ish teenager looking thing, it was crazy. I was not understanding at that age of 7 or 8 years old what time travel was and what time meant to a person going through a whole 7 years and what could change under a whole rule. I mean, you know, the whole thing was whimsical. It was just amazing. It was amazing. I was feeling so empowered. And you know you mess with Din's fire a lot when he was like, it was just crazy. It was just crazy because it wasn't a Dragon Ball Z game out that was open world like that. So when I had that game, I was thoroughly impressed. And then when you had the Ocarina of Time, I have a song book for this that I'm going to learn some songs and play this. So that way I can start making some wind change. I can start making people talk to me, and I can start making bands making their dance on this Ocarina. I could do some stuff. And I got Fruity Loop Studio. So I'm gonna make some magic happen on this. Yeah, I'm gonna make some magic happen on this. But Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I think, put the groundwork down for how Legend of Zelda games were going to be carrying on. Majora's Mask was another hit. It didn't really take away from what Ocarina of Time did. Without Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask wouldn't really be what it was because it didn't have Ocarina of Time templates. Ocarina of Time set everything into place. Wind Waker took some of the same elements from Ocarina of Time. The song charts, learning songs doing different things to get you through the game. Ocarina of Time was a trendsetter. Now, I do agree that there are some better collective Legend of Zelda projects, but of all time, in my opinion, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time did it for me because it, in my mind, is how I envisioned the first Legend of Zelda to be, because that was the first Legend of Zelda I saw. And then the bosses, I had something to work for in the beginning because I saw Ganondorf beat me up in a dream and had me on my butt looking stupid. And I was like, you're not gonna make me look stupid again. When I see you again, it's on site fighting. We are going to get these swords clashing. And he didn't have a sword, he just had a beam that he was just bouncing with me. We was playing tennis. I was like, I worked through all of these monsters, all of these hours just to play catch with you with a lightning ball and then come up and tag you a few times and then do it again. I mean, if this is father son baseball, like, I mean, let me know. I mean, I was down for that. You should have just came to my house and let me know that. But then when he came up and transformed, he's like, yeah. I was like, the same expression Link had. I was like, wow. I mean, if you've never seen the gameplay, I'll show you a clip real quick of how Ganondorf just transformed. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm gonna die. And then Zelda just standing back watching. And then I was like, oh, okay. So with that being said, at 8 years old, I was pretty much scared. But I saw my brother beat him the first time. So then I was like, okay. So now I know what's going on. I know what to expect. I know he's not going to just jump through the screen at me and then hit me. But then I was still scared. So then I had to man up, boy up, because I was only 8, and beat the game on my brother's account. I didn't beat the game really by myself until I was about 16, 17 years old. Now I'm 28, about to be 28 this year. I want to do Master Quest at some point and see if I can do it and see if I can complete it 100%. I pretty much know the goal of every dungeon in there. Water Temple still plagues me to this day because Water Temple was one of the most poor designed, really hard to get through levels. It was really hard to get through, but the newer Legend of Zelda 3D, it kind of changed the water levels for you and it made it a little easier. But with this video, I'm still going to talk about other action adventure games that made my list. Next video, we'll talk about some RPGs that made my top 10 RPG list. And then we're going to talk about some more action adventure games that made my list. And then we're going to go to some shooters. I have not played a lot of shooters and I have not played a lot of, fighting games outside of the Soul Caliburs and everything like that. But, I really want to talk about what games shaped me as a gamer and what games really piqued my interest based off of my past experience. So that's what this video was about. Why Ocarina of Time was one of my favorite action adventures. But I ask that you please hit that subscribe button since you made it to this end of the video, and give me a comment on what your favorite action adventure game was and when did it come out. If you know, do you still have it, and what made it stand out to you, and why did you like it, and why was it great? Why did it keep your attention for 40+ hours? Let me know, and thank you for watching the Devout Joystick. Chris here, and it's Joystick for life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.